Hello friends of the channel, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Rob. That out there is BigRobsVan, and today I am working on a very small project. So I have a friend who's coming over later to help me on a big project with the van, but he has some things going on. He's not going to be here for a little while, and so I have this other small project that I've been wanting to tackle, and so that's what I'm going to do today. Now, if you have seen BigRobsVan, and I will put a picture right here in case you haven't, it is a 2007 Ford E250 cargo van. This was a work van that was driven hard and put up wet. I mean, there is nothing about the inside that was good. I had to do all this sanding. I had to get rid of rust. I had to fill holes. I had to do all these things. On the outside of the van, I have more or less left it the way that I got it. I want it to look like a stock cargo van so that when I go park downtown or wherever I end up parking for the night, that nobody suspects that there's somebody sleeping inside it. So, but now one of the things that I don't like about the van, I do like about it, I don't like, I'm torn on this, is the wheels. So on my daily driver, I have a 2017 Ford Flex, and after I bought it, the first thing I did was put different rims on it because I am a child of the 80s and 90s, and that's what we did. We always upgraded our wheels and tires, right? So I've been struggling with this on BigRobsVan because there's the part of me that wants to leave them alone. I want to leave the rims alone because, you know, they're dirty and they're yucky looking and they're gross and they look like a work van. It looks like someone who does not care about wheels and tires drives that van. Yeah, I'm that guy. There's the other part of me that wants it to look a little bit nicer. Now, I am not good at color schemes. If I were to decorate a house, everything would be black, white, and gray, and I would pick one accent color. That's exactly what I did with the inside of the van. It's black, white, and gray, and I picked red. So, when I got my running boards for the outside of the van, they are black. Anything that I've added to the van on the outside has been black to go with the white, and so that brings us to today. Now, I have a friend who is a member of the Amazon Vine program. If you don't know what that is, I didn't know what that is. That is a program where you can get things basically for free off of Amazon in exchange for reviewing them. This is a total legit thing, but it's an invite only. I can't get invited. I'd love to get invited, but I can't get invited to this. But he is a member. He's left so many reviews that he got this, and he saw right before Christmas, a thing pop up that said a set of 4 hubcaps for a Ford E250 van. Actually, I think it says Ford Econoline van. So I have not opened the box. I'm not entirely sure they're going to fit. If they don't, it's going to be a real short video, but I'm hoping that they do fit because I looked at the picture online and they are those traditional generic Chevy or Ford looking hubcaps. But I bought something called Plasti Dip. Now, I don't know if you know what that is. I think if you're under 30, everybody under 30 knows what it is. I turned 50 last year, so I was not familiar with it. Well, what Plasti Dip is spray paint that goes on and turns into almost like a latex thing that could later be peeled off. It's really weird. I've watched a lot of videos on it. I have a friend who has done parts of his Jeep. He did his fenders and he did his rims, and it was really cool looking. And after 4 or 5 years, he got tired of it. He just peeled it right off. I was there when he peeled it off. My mind was blown. And so I've picked up a couple of cans of Plasti Dip. And so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to open the hubcaps. We're going to take a look at them. We're going to make sure they fit on the van. And if they do, we're going to spray them black with Plasti Dip. I think you have to do a few coats. I mean, everything I know about it is from like 2 videos. Everything I know about everything is from YouTube. But we're going to put some layers of Plasti Dip on there. We're going to see how it looks. We're going to put them on the van. If it looks cool, I'm going to leave them on. If not, then we're not going to tell my friend. We're just going to tell them they didn't fit. So anyway, let's get started. Let's open up this box. Let's take a look at them. Let's see if they fit. And then let's try to spray paint them with Plasti Dip and see what happens. Let's go. We got a plan. You got to make a plan execute the plan and then evaluate the plan. I just made that up, but I'm sure I didn't just make that up. I probably read that somewhere, but who cares? Let's take a look at these hubcaps. By the way, if you see this gigantic mess surrounding me, your eyes are not deceiving you. This place is a giant pit mess. And so my buddy is coming, and we're going to need access to tools and a space to work on this project. So I'm really supposed to be out here cleaning the workshop, but then I got distracted because I found this box, and I was like, what would be more cool? Cleaning, boo, or opening a Christmas present, yay, and seeing if it fits on the van. So, go. Everybody needs one of these. By the way, my wife, who's a Girl Scout leader, don't watch this and see me cutting towards myself with my left hand. That's even better. And then make sure that the razor blade is in before you stick it back in your pocket. Done that. Done a lot of dumb stuff. All right. Here is the box. Here are 4 hubcaps. Let's pull one out. Oh, they're worse than I thought. They're not like gray, they're like chrome. Not the guy. I always say that. Every time I say chrome, I say not the Vanlife guy, the color, the finish. All right, I was gonna pull one out, but that didn't work. So here's what we'll do. We'll do it like that. Woo-wee. These are so chromy, I can see my face in them. Look at that. You want to see what my GoPro looks like? Or what's behind the GoPro? Look at that. These are some shiny hubcaps. I guess step 2, let's go see. Am I even on camera? Yeah, there I am. This is what you get this level of YouTube. You guys that don't, they're not 100% sure if they're in frame or not. Let's go see if they fit on the van. Well, as you can see, they are the right size. So again, this is, that's the way they came, chrome. That's what I'm dealing with right now. I guess there's a, is there a specific spot where the, no, I guess all these holes, any of those holes I could put air in the tire, so I'm not too worried about that. All right, I don't know, what do you think? Chrome or black, chrome or black, chrome or black? I'm going black. I'm painted black. So it would probably be more efficient to do all 4 of these at once, especially since I'm gonna have to do multiple coats. However, I'm not very efficient at painting. I'm not very good at it. So I'm gonna go slow, I'm gonna take my time, and what I have read online is that you're supposed to do the first coat is only supposed to do like 50% coverage, which is hard for me because I want it to look finished after the first coat. Boy, do I paint over the little chrome lug nuts too? You know, here's the thing, it's Plasti Dip. So this thing, literally this Plasti Dip, you're supposed to be able to peel it off if you don't like it. So it also says to start off, you have to shake it vigorously for 1 minute, which is going to be super noisy. So while I'm shaking it, I'm going to tell you a story. Do I have any stories about spray paint? One, I can't tell you. Here's one. My buddy Andy and I, one time, were working on a car project in his garage. This was around high school, maybe right after high school. And a gopher. We had the garage door open and a gopher ran in the garage. I had never seen a gopher in real life. No, it wasn't a gopher, it was a mole. Have you ever seen a mole in real life? They're hideous. They're not like something you'd see on the Muppets. They got big old claws and big teeth. They're terrifying looking. And this thing ran in. And we couldn't get it out of his garage. We were working in the garage, and it ran in the garage, and then we ran out. We couldn't flush out this mole. And so I was like, "Do you got any like poisony stuff?" I mean, we're like 18. I don't know, 17, 18. Like, you got mole spray? Do they make mole spray? He said, "I don't think so. I don't think they make mole spray." So we were looking for decon or something. I don't know, something to spray to get a mole to leave. I mean, it was like, it was in the corner, doing that. I know what to do. And so he said, there's some spray stuff on the shelf behind you. Just get whatever. So I just grabbed something. And the mole had got in. They had like one of those big chest freezers, and the mole had got in behind that. And I was like, I go, just give, you know, get it. And I got a can, and I start spraying it, and then it just starts going, like a wombat or something. I don't know what a wombat would do, but like a Tasmanian devil, you know? It's just, and it's hissing and stuff. And then finally I keep spraying it, and then it kind of runs out, you know? And then as it runs out, I mean, the minute it runs out, I look what's in my hand, and it is like safety orange spray paint. It was not decon or any kind of animal control kind of stuff. I just literally had spray painted a mole, and then it ran off. So wherever that mole ended up, when I went back to his mole family, they were like, Bob, why are you orange? Somebody in the office spray painted me. So anyway, there's a spray paint story for you. Okay. And so, you know, I will never get over the filming, and then someone else comes around. Like I'm way up in my driveway, but I'm in our workshop. But there's a guy walking by, and as I'm talking to the camera, then he waves as if perhaps I would tell that story to a random person walking by on the sidewalk. He walked by, he's like, "Oh, orange paint." You're not in the story. It's us. We're in the story. Power walker, you're not in the story. All right, let's. We're going to try 50% coverage on this and see what it looks like. Okay, I will tell you right now, it looks like I didn't even paint it. Let's try that again. There we go. Now we're not doing too much. We're doing the old 50 cent. Or 50%. It looks like a 50-cent paint job at the moment. Do I leave it or do I do one more? I'm gonna do one more. Okay. It's darker. It looks like something's been painted. We're gonna call that 50%. Let's take a look on the GoPro. Oh, I hope this didn't, you're downwind. I hope I just didn't paint my GoPro. We may move the GoPro for the next round. All right, there's the one we've did the first very light dusting on. There's the other one there. And then I think what we'll do is we'll move the old GoPro upwind for the next round. How's that sound? Probably do that a little slower, but okay. Now here's what we're going to do. I'm going to drag a heater over here and speed up the process a little bit. That's not really on the instructions. I just kind of made up that step, but we'll see if that step helps anything. Do you really want to heat me? Well, that doesn't seem good. Do you really want to heat me? Do you really want to make me hot? Okay, so the problem wasn't that the chair wasn't level. It's that the driveway's not level. Until it's on, it's burning my face. Since there's literally nothing more exciting than watching paint dry on YouTube, I'll tell you about this heater. I bought this heater off of Amazon a couple weeks ago, and the idea, I'm gonna put it out here in my shop, and it is a normal, you know, garage electric heater, 1500 watt. But what I like about it is, if you can see on the inside, because the heat, it turns, and so it's a 360 heater. Most of the heaters that I've had out here just shoot heat one way, but my idea is I'm gonna put it here in the middle of the kind of area where I work, and it will disperse heat in all directions, which basically means I'm heating everything except for really what I wanted to heat, which is these hubcaps. I think you're supposed to let these sit for 15 minutes, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'll be back in 15. You know, at least that stuff smells like paint. Like, you know, all the stuff that they sell, like in air fresheners for cars, why don't they sell like paint or gasoline? I guess you wouldn't want your car to smell like gasoline. You'd be like, why does my car smell like gas all the time? That'd be bad. But paint, that'd be all right. Just drive around, you know. Not, I mean, it wouldn't be like real paint fumes, you know what I mean? But just that smell of paint. Is that me? Is it just me? Let me know in the let me know in the comments. Would you like to drive around a car that smells like paint all the time? Then you get pulled over and the officer's like, what's been going on here? You go, nothing. Nothing, officer, why? Just because it smells like strong paint fumes in my car? That's weird, isn't it? That would be weird. All right, paint dry. You know what? You know what's better than my jokes and my stories? Watch it paint dry. That's better. Let's just watch the paint dry. Probably shouldn't shoot it right into that open flame, huh? Well, it's not really a flame. Will that do anything? Let's just, I don't know. Let's not take that chance. I don't know. I don't think it'll do anything. Everything I know about spray paint and flames comes from cartoons and Home Alone. Oh my God, these are looking good all of a sudden. And I'm gonna have to do like all these little edges and all that. Now, not too much. We're gonna do multiple coats here. God, that one looks good. I wanna do this one now. I'm gonna do too much. I know I'm gonna do too much. I just wanna do this edge. All right, let's let all this dry. Let's come back and look at them. Okay, so these have been sitting for about 15, 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, they look so good already. But they're not, I mean, they're not gonna be black. They're gonna be this kind of cool flat black anyway. So I'm okay with that. I mean, I think they look fantastic, but we got several more coats to go. Now, I bought 2 cans of this stuff. These cans are $7, like $7.50 at Walmart is where I got them from. I would normally, I buy almost everything on Amazon because I'm most of the time I just don't need stuff that fast, you know? And I'll just wait for it, wait a day or so. But I looked up Plasti Dip on Amazon, and it didn't look like there were any regular sellers. It all looked like people that were buying it like from other places and then reselling it, you know? And like I saw a 4-pack of this stuff for $50-something. That's $7 a can at Walmart. I think it's $7.19 at Walmart. So, yeah, that was one of those. I've had that happen before. There we go. All right, we're gonna let, I wish there was a better place. We're gonna let the heat do this. Then we'll do the other 2. Oh my God, they're looking so good. I love them, I love them, I love them. All right, let's just let them cook. Let them cook. I'm like a guy that opens the oven every 2 minutes, like the cookie's done, or 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 the cookie's done. No, you just gotta let it cook. Gotta let it cook. All right, so I've set up a second little drying station over here. You can feel the heat. It's another little heater I have. I have a collection of heaters. But here, we've got the painted rim, and here is the stock one. Which one do you guys like, the stock one or the painted one? I like the painted one a lot more. Now this has about 3 coats of Plasti Dip on here, and I'm gonna do probably 5 or 6. So I've just got these over drying. I'm gonna start doing coats on the other ones. We'll get those started, and then we'll swap them in and out until we run out of Plasti Dip, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how this works. All right, here we are with the rims 3 and 4. Do I have any more? Here's a spray painting story I probably shouldn't tell. I believe the statute of limitations is long gone on this story. So for those of you that know me through my other channel, through my podcast or something, you may have heard me talk about the Nasty Pirates. So the Nasty Pirates was a group of my friends and I in high school. So I graduated in '91. So we didn't have cell phones or anything like that. But our high school had an open campus, which meant we had to literally leave the school for lunch, or our only alternative was to walk next door and have lunch with the 9th and 10th graders. My school was 11th and 12th, juniors and seniors. Nobody wanted to go eat lunch with the little kids, so everybody left for lunch. So the problem was that my friends and I, all had different classes right before lunch. So the restaurants would fill up very quickly, and you didn't want to waste time trying to meet up in the parking lot and decide where you wanted to go for lunch, because if you did that, by the time you got to your favorite restaurant, there wouldn't be anywhere to sit. There'd be a long line. We only got 50 minutes for lunch, so it wasn't a lot of time to leave the campus, go eat, you know, then come back to the school and do all that. So what my friends and I decided to do was we all got CB radios. Now, CB radios were not popular in 1991. They were considered to be very outdated. Nobody asked for a CB radio or wanted a CB radio installed in their car. But we all got them. In fact, I got a handheld one from Radio Shack, not the radio that I showed in my other video, but a handheld CB radio. Looked like a big walkie-talkie. Some of my other friends had CBs mounted in their cars. And so when we would go to lunch, we would all get on the CB. We would all have a designated channel that we would tune to, and we would say, hey, you know, where do you want to go for lunch? Oh, Taco Bell or Sonic or Kin's Pizza, whatever it was. And because there were 4 or 5 of us that all did this, I thought it sounded like a gang or a car club or something like that. And so I came up with the name Nasty Pirates. I don't know why, you know, but we did. So that was our little nickname for this group of people that went to lunch together. We were all friends. We've all been friends, and we're all still friends. We're the Nasty Pirates. So I was doodling one day. I decided that the Nasty Pirates needed their own logo, like a gang, right? And so I drew this picture of a skull, like a skull and crossbones kind of thing, but one was a bone and the other one was a sword. Now, I probably stole that idea from somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember where I got it from, but that was the logo I came up with. So it had a skull and a big NP for Nasty Pirates, and then a bone and a sword. So that was the logo. We were gonna make stickers or shirts or, you know, patches for our jean jackets. It was 1991, but we didn't do any of that stuff. So it was just this drawing that I had on a piece of paper. So anyway, there was a big creek behind my house, a big nature creek, trees and weeds and all that stuff. I really shouldn't be doing another coat right now, but the story's not over. The story's more important than the paint job. And so we used to go down, we'd play Army when we were kids in the creek. We'd go fishing, we'd catch crawdads down there. We'd do all kinds of fun stuff. And what happened was one day, my senior year, they came in and they plowed the whole creek and they filled it full of concrete. They made it like, you know, an industrial ditch, concrete walls that were too steep to have any fun on. You couldn't skateboard on it. It had hard angle. It was too steep to skateboard, like a half pipe. Like, they tried to take all the fun out of this thing, a place that we grew up playing in and stuff. And so I went down there. There was a spot, because they hadn't finished it, so there was still a spot near my house where you could go down in the dirt area and we could get down there, but then you could get to the concrete area. And so I decided that I was going to use spray paint and paint graffiti and do the Nasty Pirates logo right near my house. Now, this is really stupid on like 19 levels, right? Now, nobody knew the name Nasty Pirates. Nobody knew that we were the Nasty Pirates. So it's not like it would be identified with us. But if you're going to spray paint a big thing or graffiti, don't do it right by your house. So what happened was, I went out there and I started drawing, you know, this thing. I wrote NP in big letters, and I drew part of this bone and I drew this sword. And then there was a police officer that lived nearby, and I saw his porch light come on. Now, I don't know if he saw me out there, but in my head, he saw me out there. I knew I was busted. So I just took off running, had my little can of spray paint, running, gotta get away. Went to the dirt part of the creek, got out of the creek, you know, finally went home. And so I painted it in a very specific spot so that when the school bus went by and the traffic went by, you could see it. You could see down this part of the creek. Now, nobody knew what the Nasty Pirates were, right? And so if you looked at this painting, because I hadn't finished it, so I'd only drawn half the bone, and then and there's a sword and it says NP, and so the rumor came that it was a gang. I didn't start this rumor, that it was called No. You know the song OPP? It was No, because the sword looked like it was chopping something off. Now, the logo had a bone, you know, but I didn't get to finish the bone. So it just had a sword chopping through this thing and NP. So that was the rumor on the school bus and in the neighborhood, was that there was a new gang, and if the gang caught you, they would chop off Mr. Happy. I never told anybody about the graffiti. I told the Nasty Pirates. I didn't tell anybody else, so I want to get in trouble. So anyway, I think that's probably the last thing I spray painted that I didn't have permission to spray paint. So kids, don't spray paint. You might start fake gang rumors in your own neighborhood. Don't do that. Not that you can really tell, but this is back to hubcaps number 1 and 2. They're quite a bit drier, and I can now see areas that are lighter and darker, and a lot of what I need to do is hit it from an angle, like hit it from the side to get like the sides of the hubcap, all these weird little angles and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. Now, I will tell you this. My son said that he and his friends have done this before, and that they use like 1 can per hubcap. So I don't know if I'm using, there's birds flying in my van. Okay, they just flew in the wheel well, which is not better, but anyway, they used 1 can per hubcap. He said, oh, you're gonna need 3 or 4 cans to do 4 hubcaps. I feel like this can is at least still half full, and I'm doing all 4 hubcaps. So either I'm not putting enough on. I mean, I'm going to keep, like I said, you know what? I've kind of committed to. I'm going to use this whole can at least. I want to use 1 can. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe at some point I'll feel like it's done. But I just feel like, you know, based on his estimate, that I'm not putting enough on. So I'm just going to keep going until, you know, there's multiple coats and everything looks even, and then we'll reevaluate from there. I literally don't have any more spray paint stories. I tried to literally, I just wasn't that much of a spray paint kid. I wanted to. I will tell you this, I have a huge appreciation for street art. I've gone to St. Louis around the Arch area, and there's a lot of street art down there. I've taken a lot of photographs of that area. We've done a lot of taking pictures like at skate parks and things like that. There's lots, you know, being the fact that I live right near Route 66, there are lots and lots of cool murals around this area, and so I've taken lots of pictures of that stuff. So I'm just a huge fan of the art style. I've been a fan ever since I was a kid in the 80s. I was into breakdancing and watched Beat Street and watched the graffiti artists in Beat Street, but I've never been good at that style of artwork. Just not a skill that I possess. All right, well, I think we've done like 5 or 6 coats on everything, and everything's pretty dry, so let's go toss one on the van and see how it looks. I don't really know how to put a hubcap on. I guess you just beat it in. All right. Plan B. Are you supposed to hit it here? Yeah, that's definitely, that's tearing the paint off. So I need to go up my game on installing hubcaps. I don't really know how to do it. I kept hitting on the edge, and other ones just kept doing this. So I decided to just whack it really good in the middle, and the paint started coming off. And so if you want to see how Plasti Dip works, can you see this? Let me see. Can you see it? Let's see what it's doing here. It's literally just coming off. Of course, I hammered the crap out of this, so I'm gonna have to repaint. I'm gonna try to touch it up real quick, and if I can't, I'll just have to peel the whole thing off and redo that. So lesson learned on that. Time to go back to YouTube and see how to put these back on, or put them on. It is almost 6 p.m. and it is, according to my watch, 47 degrees. So we are going to probably pause for tonight. I really thought this was going to be an hour or two thing, but nothing in my life is an hour or two thing. So we will, I'm going to put a final coat of paint back on this one hubcap, and I think we'll pick this up in the morning. Well, we are all done. Take a look at our handiwork. This did not really take that long to do. I kind of had to split it up. I ran out of daylight, but I put, I think at the end, 5 coats of Plasti Dip on there. I still have a little bit left in the first can. I only used 1 can for all 4 hubcaps. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me, but I just put layer after layer after layer until, I mean, you couldn't tell any difference when I was putting them on. So they seem pretty good. This is the one that I was peeling the paint off of last night. I didn't sand it down. I didn't peel it all off. I just redid a couple more coats. You can't even see where the damage was. So I will keep that other can just in case I have to do any touch-ups. But there you go. That's it. And I'm super happy with how the van looks right now. I just love black rims on a black car or on a white van. I just think they look super cool. So I think I'm going to keep those on there for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody that subscribed. If you don't follow me on social media, I just got monetized. As of this morning, I went over 1,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 105, and I love every single one of you. Thanks for following all my stupid adventures in BigRobsVan. We got a lot more planned. And in the next video, to celebrate hitting that milestone, we're going to have a giveaway. If you've been wanting one of those Android CarPlay navigation things for the dash of your car or your van, you're going to want to watch the next video because I will be giving one away, no strings attached. Thanks for watching all my videos on BigRobsVan. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thanks to all my patrons for signing up. And don't forget that there is a free tier on Patreon. Go over to patreon.com/BigRobsVan. You can follow along all my adventures there as well. Thanks every one of you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. I got 1,005 subscribers. I need one of you to come here and help me up because my knee is locked up. There's no way. This reminds me of the old skating days. Got the old knee pads on from putting these. Yeah, I'm stuck. Send help. Golly, look how close that plane is to my house. Jeez. I live by an airport, but it doesn't normally get jets. Wow, that thing goes big. Okay, that was not that exciting for you. That's exciting for me. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to do this. I don't like to waste time. This is stupid, and I won't use it. And Christmas was good. Okay, that's high and not turning. That's high and turning. I'll do that. Of course, heat rises and it's above that, so this is really kind of a dumb plan. That can't really be how you put in a hubcap.